Welcome to video 3. Let's explore various leisure experiences. Leisure is something that we do, not something just to talk about. The focus of this video and this week's learning activity is to explore different opportunities to experience leisure. Before getting out there, let's learn a little more about how broad the concept of leisure is, as well as health and well-being. Many people think of leisure as a free time, while also people associate leisure with the different activities, such as sports, TV watching, and arts. Leisure does happen during free time, and activities are important context for leisure. However, these understandings are limited. For example, spending time outside of one's study and work and other responsibilities does not make the experience enjoyable or meaningful. You could be bored and 20 minutes feels like 2 hours. Although certain activities are generally considered as recreational, such as playing badminton, the same activity can be a fun experience for some people, while it can be a professional obligation for others. Therefore, it is important to think about how you feel during free time while engaging recreation activities. In this sense, leisure is a psychological experience. When you approach leisure as a psychological experience, there are several fundamental leisure experiences. That is, when you feel these ways, you may be having one of the most fundamental and perhaps optimal leisure experiences. For example, a leisure scholar called John Newlinger defined the best experience as pure leisure, based on the perceived freedom and intrinsic motivation. That means we have the purest leisure experience when we feel free from obligations and we perceive that we have a choice. We do the activity just because we enjoy it. Also, many scholars consider a famous psychologist Csikszentmihalyi's concept of flow as the optimal leisure experience. Flow is also known as zone among athletes and happens when we perceive a match between our skills and activities challenge. In flow, you do the activity without even thinking about how to do it. You have absolute confidence that you will do it well, and you feel as if time passes so quickly. Have you had these experiences? Health and well-being are also broad concepts. Although many dictionaries define health as the absence of illness or injuries, the World Health Organization defines it as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Well-being is often associated not only with the physical, psychological, and social aspect of our lives, but also with the cultural, spiritual, economic, and environmental factors. And it's no secret that the mental health and emotional, psychological well-being are intricately connected to other aspects of health and well-being. You may have heard about advice to do physical activities and socialize to improve mental health, and this is why. To maximize leisure's impacts on our health and well-being, it's important that we approach them holistically and explore their entirety. Research shows that one's repertoire of leisure life is an important contributor to their well-being and health. That is, we should not only focus on one activity and one type of experience. We will likely benefit from having experiences and some skills in various recreation activities such as artistic, social, cultural, physical, and intellectual pursuits. And that is what we would like you to do through this week's learning activity. The activity is called leisure sampling. It's like sampling different flavors of ice cream at an ice cream shop. Rather than sticking to the same flavor of leisure, we would like you to explore diverse leisure experiences. To guide this sampling process, we introduced the classic research by Bird and Rahib. They examined leisure satisfaction, how people become satisfied with their leisure life. They identified 6 aspects of leisure that are important: psychological, physiological, relaxational, educational, aesthetic, and social. Psychological refers to leisure that makes you feel enjoyment, freedom, and absorption. Physiological is the leisure experience where you can work on your health, fitness, endurance, and strengths. Relaxational leisure helps you feel relieved from stress and other strains of life. Educational is about leisure that stimulates you intellectually. Aesthetic indicates the importance of having leisure in a beautiful, safe environment. Social is leisure that helps you connect with others and communities. Now let's brainstorm recreation activities in your life that can tap into these 6 aspects of leisure satisfaction. Sometimes, one activity can check off multiple aspects. We would like you to continue to try different activities this week until you think that activities checked off all 6 aspects of leisure satisfaction. Please share some of the activities you tried on your discussion forum, along with a short description of which aspect of leisure satisfaction each activity relates to. And assess your leisure satisfaction on this week by rating each aspect from 1, not satisfied at all, to 5, very satisfied. If you feel stuck with the brainstorming activities, check what your friends shared on the discussion forum to discover new leisure opportunities. Also, when you try recreation activities, think about what skills you can use to overcome barriers, such as lack of money and time. The point here is to explore different leisure opportunities and experiences rather than getting deeply into one pursuit. So it's okay if each participation is brief and casual.